Hello students. In this fourth video, that is opening and operating customers account, we were discussing about special customers of the banker, and we have seen what precautions banker have to take when such customers want to open an account with the bank. In our previous video, we have discussed the precautions to be taken by the banker when trust account is to be opened. Now, today we are going to talk about opening of different types of account. As per the requirement or as per the need of the customers, there are different types of accounts which can be opened with the banker. Modern banks perform various functions. Nowadays, because of the competition, bankers are providing n number of services. But the main function of banks is accepting the deposits from the public is the main function, primary function of the banks. So we have seen one of the features of the bank is banks are commercial in nature. So banking is a business, and to run the business, money is required. That money can be collected from the public in the form of deposits. So when bank accepts the deposits, the banker is a borrower. Banks borrow the money from the public in say some or other ways like issuing bonds, debentures, cash certificates, etc. So bank to run the banking expenses, to run the business of banking, bank requires money, and bank takes that money, that is through the deposits what money bank receives, that money bank uses to carry on this business. So when banker accepts the deposits from the public, banker is a borrower. So banker borrows money in different ways by issuing bonds, debentures, cash certificates, etc. Generally, the banker borrows at a very low rate and lends the same amount at higher rate and earns the profit. So while accepting the deposit and what interest they have to pay on the deposits to the depositors, that rate of interest is low compared to at what rate they give that money to the borrowers. So when banker accepts the deposits from the public, they pay less amount of interest. But same amount, same money, when they are giving it by way of loan and advance to the borrowers, they charge higher rate of interest. And through that, they earn the profit. Out of this profit, the administrative expenses of the bank are deducted, and the remaining profit is the net profit for the bank. Deposits from public are one of the important sources of bank funds. In order to attract the customers, banks provide more facilities to different types of accounts. So only one type of account, when we want to deposit the account amount in the bank, we do not have only one option or two options. So there are different options which have been provided by the banks. As per our need, as per our requirement of the money, we can deposit the money in the banks. In order to provide convenience to different sectors of people, bank introduces different types of deposit accounts. Separate rules and regulations are applicable for these different types of accounts. So there are different types of accounts in which we can keep the money as per our requirement. If we do not require that money for the longer term period, then which account? If we need that money on day-to-day basis, then which account? If we need not you to use that money, use that account daily, then what type of account? So there are different rules and regulations which are applicable to different types of accounts. Now, which are the types of accounts? The first is fixed deposits or time deposits, savings deposits, current deposits, recurring deposits or cumulative deposit account, and pygmies. So these are the 5 types of accounts through which we can deposit, the depositor can deposit his money with the bank. In India, different types of deposit accounts are introduced in order to attract the customers. To avoid unhealthy competition, RBI has given orders to fix rates of deposits. No bank can pay higher interest than prescribed by RBI. So what interest we get on the deposits which we have deposited with the bank, that rate of interest is fixed by RBI. Reserve Bank of India decides that rate of interest. No bank can pay higher rate of interest than the limit which is prescribed by RBI. So to avoid unhealthy competition, This is done by the RBI. So this rule is applicable to all the banks functioning in India. Now we will discuss about the first type of accounts, that is fixed deposits. So banks receive deposits for a definite period, for a particular period. The period generally varies from 15 days to 5 years and more than 5 years also. So when the customers do not require the money for the longer term period, they prefer to keep it by way of fixed deposit account with the bank. Bank receives it for the definite period. For the definite period, the money will be locked in with the bank. So as per RBI guidelines, bank can also offer FDs with lock-in period. That is, bank can refuse withdrawal before maturity period. So the period may extend from 15 days to even 5 years and even more than 5 years. If the customer wants to withdraw that amount prematurely, then in that case the customer has to pay the penalty for it. So interest, either it can be paid monthly, quarterly, yearly. As per the investor's choice, the interest can be paid. Depositor agrees not to withdraw the amount deposited for specified period. Banks invest money without keeping it as reserve. So banks pay higher interest on fixed deposit amounts rather than savings amount. Why? Because these fixed deposit, which money which we have kept by way of fixed deposits, these are not withdrawable on demand. So as not withdrawable by demand, so the banks need not to keep that money by way of a reserve. So banks can invest that money with in some other activity and earn more money out of that. So bank need not to keep that money by way of a reserve, so they can afford to pay more rate of interest than compared to a savings bank account on FDs. These deposits are collected as term deposits or time deposit. Deposits withdrawable by notice of 7 days and not on demand. So these deposits, these are withdrawable on maturity. If not maturity, if before maturity one wants to withdraw that amount, he can do so by giving 7 days notice, and these are not withdrawable on demand. In India, large number of small investors invest in FDs. Rate of interest is high on FDs compared to other deposits. Now, what procedure banker has to follow when opening a fixed deposit account? The first step in that is application in the prescribed form, obtaining specimen signature, receiving deposit, opening depositor's account in ledger, issue of fixed deposit receipt. These are the 5 steps which are to be followed, procedure which is to be followed while opening a fixed deposit account. The first is application in the prescribed form. The person who wants to open fixed deposit account approaches a banker. Then banker provides a account opening form to such person. Then the depositor has to fill that form. He has to mention his name, address, occupation and amount of deposit and the period for which the deposit is made, and he has to sign that form. So when a customer wants to open account with the bank fixed deposit account, he approaches the bank. Banker provides a form. He has to fill the form, give the details about name, address, occupation, amount of deposit and time for which he wants to keep that deposit, and then he has to sign that form. This is the first step. Second step, obtaining specimen signature. The banker should obtain specimen signatures which are required to verify the identity of the depositor at the time of repayment of the deposit. So while the deposit is kept, at that time the banker takes the specimen signature of the depositor, and at the time of repayment of that deposit, banker will cross verify that signature with the previously taken signature, and then only the repayment of the deposit can be made by the banker. Third stage, receiving deposit. So after completing all the formalities of form filling and taking the specimen signature, banker receives the deposit either in cash or checks drawn in favor of a banker. So the customer can give cash or check for FD. Next, opening depositor's account in ledger. After receiving the deposit from customer, banker should open the account in the name of the depositor in the ledger of the bank. So bank has to maintain the ledger, and in that ledger the entry has to be made and account has to be opened in the name of the depositor. Fifth point, issue of fixed deposit receipt. So after completing all these formalities, FD receipt is issued by the banker to the customer. FD receipt is an acknowledgement, is a receipt for receiving the deposit from the customer. FD receipt issued by the bank contains all terms and conditions. It should contain what it should contain, what things has to be mentioned in FD receipt. The first is rate of interest. What is the rate of interest at which the fixed deposit has been kept with the bank? Then amount of deposit, then the period for deposit, what is the time duration for which the money has been kept with the bank for by way of FD, then name and address of depositor. FD receipt is not negotiable. Not negotiable means FD receipt is not transferable. We cannot give that FD receipt to someone else. If it is in the name of the depositor, then only the depositor can go and get that amount after maturity. No other else can go on behalf of the customer for withdrawing that money or for after maturity taking that amount. So these are the precautions taken, or these are the procedure. This is the procedure which is to be followed when one wants to open fixed deposit account. Thank you.